Hello, hello, Biology of Trauma people community. I have here with me a very good friend and Dr. Kyrin Dunston. She is actually doing a Menopause Madness Summit that's coming out this week. And I wanted to bring your attention to that because, my goodness, of all the times that the biology is set up to rewire our junk and our stuff from life, like menopause is just one of those natural times in our biology that it's set up to do that. So I'm a guest speaker on on your summit, but you have a number of other guest speakers. So maybe let's dive into a little teaser into what I share on my talk, and then you can let them know all the other fantastic. Oh my goodness, you've got some real amazing speakers on your summit this week, Dr. Dunston.
Yes, I am so excited, and I was super excited to have you on. And no summit on menopause would be complete without you talking about what you talked about. So many women don't realize, like when their health starts falling apart at menopause and perimenopause, that a huge part of this is often unresolved childhood trauma coming up through the nervous system and the fascia, wanting to be healed and addressed. And so after doing this work with women for over 10 years, it's really become something that I think is foundational for all women at midlife and beyond to restore their health, is to address their trauma, which I love. Your definition is my absolute favorite, because people get it. And I mean, if you're in Dr. Amy's community, I'm sure you know what that is. It's just overwhelming situations, right? Like, who doesn't have that? That really, I think, puts it in perspective. Because when you say to people, oh, did you have trauma as a child? The average person, 90% of people are like, no, that's not me. But if you go, well, did you have overwhelming situations? I can think back to, my mom being a single mother and working, and my sister and I, we would get home from school at 3:30 and she wouldn't be there till like 7, and there'd be no food. And I'd be so hungry. I'd think, oh my God, I'm going to die if I don't eat. That's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Right? That's traumatic. So
Exactly.
anyway, yeah. So this is a super important time. And I know not everyone in your community, Dr. Aimie, is menopausal, but what's interesting is the neuroendocrine system, how connected that stress response neurologic system is to our hormonal system, with that stress hormone cortisol. And really, I find that most of the women who have the most traumatic menopause actually also had the most traumatic childhood. That's not a coincidence.
Not at all.
Right.
And this goes for all of the hormone stuff, even like the endometriosis or the menstrual cramps, like that whole thing. If you've got issues that are in the tissues, those are gonna, right? Like that's how they show up, as those types of physical symptoms. And when I think of the hormonal changes that happen in menopause and how closely the nervous system is tied to the hormones and all of that system, that endocrine system, like that's why the nervous system is at a place in life where it's like the most moldable, the most neuroplastic, the most opportunity that women have in order to really change things. And as they go into this next phase of their life, to really be able to live above what they've been still dealing with and kind of carrying that burden up until now. So it's, for me, like I see this as such an opportunity to really make some changes in your life that otherwise up until now may have been more difficult, because the nervous system just was stuck, right? Like we get rigid, we get stuck in our patterns, our coping mechanisms. And so when the hormones naturally help us get unstuck and be like, hey, I can actually make some progress here. Let me do this. Obviously, we want to encourage it in a safe way and in an effective way. And we know that talking about the trauma is not necessarily the best way to actually the tissue and the cellular level. And so we want to do it safely. But yeah, like menopause is such an opportune time to make some big changes in their life on many levels.
So true. And so you come on the summit and you're helping all these women with that. Thank you so much. And you will also learn all about all the other things you need to know.
I was going to say, the rest of the summit, you've got a catchy title for the summit. Something that I would say that you very much embody. I don't remember the specifics, so you'll need to remind me of of your catchy title. It was something about like sexy, confident.
Well, the title is Stop the Menopause Madness Summit 2.0, but it's 75 experts teach you information that you need to know so that you can lose weight, regain energy, balance your hormones and your moods, feel sexy and confident, look great, and master midlife. That is the promise, and you will get that and more.
Yeah, you've got 75 experts. That is amazing. Dr. Kyrin, that is so much work. Having run a summit myself, that is a lot of work that you have put together for people.
It was, but it was really a labor of love. And I have over 50 doctors on the summit, 75 experts, the most amazing human beings and clinicians are on this summit. So I loved every minute of talking to them and getting the information. The administrative stuff, that's just the crazy stuff. But like Marie Forleo says, if you know her, she says, every job is a shit sandwich, right? You've got the parts you love, and then you've got the stuff that you just got to do what you love. And, so anyway, it's amazing. So everybody, just so you'll know what you'll get there, you will get hormones, all about the hormones. So if you're afraid of estrogen, which a lot of women are, you've probably gotten misinformation. You're not alone. So Dr. Lindsay Bergson's got you covered on why you not only shouldn't be afraid of estrogen, but estrogen's your best friend at this time. She does a lot of the research on breast cancer and estrogen. She actually treats breast cancers with certain types of estrogens. And Dr. Sharon Stills also has that expertise. So don't worry. If you're afraid, they will help you understand why you are incorrectly afraid and what to do. Anyway, we've got coverage on testosterone. Dr. Rita Marie is talking about insulin, even if you don't have diabetes, why that could be a problem. Marcel Pick is covering why it may not only be your sex hormones, but your stress hormone cortisol, like we're talking about. And so is Dr. Donnie Wilson and Dr. Sean Tassone, who I just did a live with. He's talking about the hormone personalities, which I absolutely love, the archetypes of the hormones. So we've got you covered hormones wise. We've also got you covered with the things you might not even know you need to know, like about your gut health. A lot of women, for me, I started having gut problems when I hadn't had them before, and mental health problems and all this stuff. And I thought my body was just falling apart. I didn't realize it was just that 40-year-old passage, and all related to these hormonal imbalances. So we've got Dr. Vincent Pedre teaching you about your gut hormone gut and microbiome connection. And don't worry, we've got you covered for your beauty things too. So your skin, which looks amazing when you're healthy on the inside, it radiates out, but there are some topical things you can do. So we have Rachel Varga coming to talk to you about that. And we have Dr. Trevor Cates, who's a dermatologist, and Dr. Kiara Barr also. And, somebody asked me the other day, Amy, she was like in her 30s, and she said, well, would I learn anything that would help me on this summit? And I thought about it for a second, and I was like, you know what? You would, even though it's got menopause in the title. So I did this YouTube video a while back, and the title was Why Menopause Doesn't Matter, which, before anyone gets angry, that was the whole point. You get angry and go, what does she mean? Menopause doesn't matter. And you'd watch the video. And then what I said in the video is that it doesn't matter what you call it. What matters is, what are your hormones doing? What are your levels of the different hormones? Because menopause is, for most women, a state of hormonal deprivation. And the same is true for all these hormonally related conditions that women have throughout the life cycle. So we've got polycystic ovarian syndrome, we might have breast cysts, menstrual migraines, irregular periods, heavy periods, painful periods, endometriosis, fibroids, infertility, right? All of these just describe various hormonal disruptions, which is what we're teaching you about at the summit. So we're not on the summit telling you, you should do this because we're the experts and we know, and that's what you should do. That's not what we're doing. We are educating you. We're taking you to body school, women's body school. The things you should have learned in grade school and high school, more than just sex ed, right? You needed to know, what are my hormones? What are my 7 main metabolic hormones? How do they work? How do I nurture them? How do I discern the symptoms my body's giving me so that I know how to translate that into action? What is my body asking for when it has a heavy period? What is my body asking for when I have headaches on my period, right? I wish you had gotten it then, but it's okay. We've got you now. So yes, I said to this woman, you know what? You will learn everything you need to know about fixing your situation on this summit. So it's really for women of all ages. The sooner you get started with your hormone balance, the easier all of these transitions will be. And I like to give a call out to that. We've all got women in our lives, women we love, women we care about, women we work with, we socialize with. So I am going to say that, we women, we put on a good front that everything's going okay. So I'm going to invite you to copy the link that Dr. Aimie shares with you and send it to everyone, text it to everyone in your phone and paste it in an email and just say, hey, saw this resource, thought it might be helpful to you. Hope you'll check it out. Because I'll tell you, 8 out of 10 women I interact with in person or online is having health problems, usually some hormonally related problems. And she's not getting the help she needs. And she's also putting on a good face for you, right? You ask her how things are. She just puts on some lipstick and goes out in the world. And she's like, oh, things are great. And she's not telling you that she's laying in bed for 2 hours in the middle of the night, staring at the ceiling. And she's not telling you that she's afraid her relationship might be ending because she doesn't ever want to be sexually intimate. And she's not telling you that she takes her 30 minutes to fix her hair because she's hiding bald spots that she has no answer to. And she's not telling you that she feels horrible about her self-esteem because her clothes aren't fitting her properly. And she goes through an hour of closet drama before she goes out, and she ends up in a puddle of tears because she doesn't like the way her body looks and feels. She's not telling you how shitty it is. And so I want you to share this with all the women in your life, whatever age they are, because it's body school.
Exactly. Whatever age it is. And what I love that you're doing also with this summit, Dr. Kyrin, is just that you're taking the fear out of menopause, right? It's this time of life, this transition, this phase that many women are like, oh my goodness, here it comes, and they dread it because they don't understand it. And they think that all this, they're going to become emotional. They're going to lose control. All these changes are going to happen. And so I love that you're breaking that down and being like, no, here is what is possible. It's actually able to become one of the best times of your life if you understand your body and know how to do it.
It's so true, Aimie. So many women do fear it. And I just think it's misinformation. If you understand it before it comes on your radar, you can navigate this so beautifully and just float right into the best time of your life. I consider it a graduation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a graduation, right? And all that energy your body was putting into possibly making a baby every month, right? It's a high resource, high commodity activity in your body. Like, let's get ready, we might get pregnant. Yep. All that energy, guess what? You get it to use it for you. You get it for your creativity. You get it for your inspiration, to use the wisdom you've accumulated all your life to take action in the world. The Dalai Lama is quoted as saying that the Western woman is going to save the world. And I think it's the Western menopausal woman. Because we've got all this accumulated wisdom and experience, and we have so many skills, and now we can use all that energy that isn't being wasted every month making a period to bring answers and solutions to the world. So I have a sneaky ulterior motive, Aimie, for doing what I do, which is I want women to feel better and be healthier so we can get the solutions from y'all,
Exactly.
the assets that you're sitting on.
Exactly. Yes.
Right?
Yes. And that's exactly it. The assets and the life wisdom and experience. And rather than being exhausted and tired and scared and hiding in menopause, being able to have the energy, feel good, understand your body so that you know what you're doing, to be able to let those assets, that wisdom, that experience shine and pass that on to other people. Yes, yes, yes. Dr. Kyrin,
yes.
Right? I have put the links for your summit in the chat. It's starting tomorrow, right? Starting tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow,
Woo!
10 a.m. Eastern. So it's free to sign up. You will get over 10 interviews each day. Each interview is like 20 to 30 minutes. The schedule is on the website, so you'll know who's going to be released each day. I do want to let you know, some people are like, Dr. Kyrin, I can't watch 4 hours of videos in a day. That's overwhelming. I got it. And overwhelming means trauma. We don't want to do that to you.
Exactly. Make sure you listen to Dr. Amy's talk on trauma.
Right. So what we did do is we created an offer for less than a tank of gas. Nice. Less than a tank of gas. You can buy the whole summit, and then you can watch it whenever you want. And you'll get not only the free interviews, but each speaker did a bonus interview and gave a bonus gift. Like Dr. Aimie gave a $1,400 course, y'all.
I did.
Which is amazing. You should see the gifts, like the gifts that people gave in the bonus section. It's probably like $10,000 worth of stuff. You're going to get free product. Some people gave consults worth up to $500, free courses. So you'll get access to all that if you buy the all access pass, which is like $47, which is less than a tank of gas for me right now. And you'll get the whole transcript, which is amazing. Last year, lady, she reached out to me and said, I took that transcript to my doctor because I suspected I had a testosterone deficiency, and my doctor didn't know about it. I took the transcript from Dr. Felice's talk on testosterone. He diagnosed me and treated me based on her talk, the transcript of her talk, and it has been life-changing.
Yep.
So you get that, you get a private podcast feed where you can listen while you're driving, listen while you're doing dishes or grocery shopping, walking the dog, and all the bonus gifts. So if that's you and you're like, I want to know all about this, I want to go to hormone school, I want to go to body school, then consider getting the all access pass. But if not, pick out the ones you want to watch and make sure you hit those days and watch it for free.
Yeah. Very good. Awesome. Awesome, Dr. Kyrin. Well, I'm going to go walk my dog before it fully sets here. It was so good to see you. I'm so excited for you. I'm excited to hear how the summit goes and all of the changes and the transformation that I know that people are going to experience with your summit. Just the gifts and the resources and everything they're going to, wow, what a bundle you have put together. Amazing. Yes. Good job. Great job.
Thank you.
I'm already celebrating with you.
Thank you for participating. It would not have been the same without you. You are like an integral, invaluable, necessary piece of the hormone puzzle. So thank you so much for your help.
Yeah, very good. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Right. You too.